So here we're given the function x cubed minus 3x squared minus 24x plus 2, and we're on a closed interval from negative x equals negative 3 to 8, and we want to find any absolute extrema. So we will need to consider what is the value of our function at x equals negative 3 and x equals 8. And when we do that, we'll find that the y value at negative 3 is 20, and the y value when x equals 8 is 130. So it's possible that at x equals negative 3 we have an absolute minimum, and it's possible that at x equals 8 we have an absolute maximum. But there are a few other places we might need to look. We need to consider when does the derivative equal 0, right? Because that's when we would have horizontal tangents and possible minimums and maximums. The derivative of our function is 3x squared minus 6x minus 24. And this, if I factor 3 out, is x squared minus 2x minus 8, which factors nicely into 3 times x minus 4 times x plus 2, which means that the derivative equals 0 when x equals 4 and when x equals negative 2. So I'm going to do some sign analysis to help me make sense of this. What's going on before negative 2, between negative 2 and 4, and after 4. If I substitute x equals negative 3 into my function, I will have 3 times negative 7 times negative 1. That will be a positive result. If I substitute 0 in, I will have 3 times negative 4 times 2. That will be a negative result. If I substitute 5 in, I will have 3 times 1 times 7. That will be positive. So I can see that the derivative changes from positive to negative at negative 2. So here there is a local, there's at a minimum a local maximum, and the derivative at 4 changes from negative to positive, so there's a possible minimum there. So I'll need to also figure out what's going on at x equals negative 2 and then x equals 4, because I know the local maximums could be absolute, and the only way for me to know is to compare the outputs. When x equals negative 2, y equals 30, and when x equals 4, y equals negative 78. Based on my analysis then, the absolute minimum occurs at x equals 4, and the absolute maximum occurs at x equals 8. And my reason that those are the mins and maxes are because I actually have evaluated the function at all of the critical points, and those are the lowest and highest outputs, respectively.